Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie and today we are in Teotitlán del Valle in Oaxaca, Mexico. So we have come here today to go to about 7 or 8 different weaving workshops. There's lots of small ones here. I think there's about 150 families that actually have weaving businesses in this part of Oaxaca, Mexico. So I'm really excited to go inside lots of different ones, hopefully find some small ones where there's not a big tour bus of people, talk to the locals, ask them about their weaving, get some photos and videos and just really learn about the local culture here. So the first one we've come to is Arte del Valle. Let's have a look. So this is the first one we've come into. They have a couple of looms. This one is huge and then this one's a little bit smaller. And then it's an amazing shop with so many textiles and fabrics and things to buy. They have belts, cushions, bags, blankets, but I love these. I think they're mostly made out of cotton, if I'm not mistaken. And I think also they make a lot of rugs here made out of wool with local sheep's fur. But they are so pretty, and there's so many different designs and details. So I just want to give you another little look at some of the fabrics they have here. So pretty. I have no idea about price or size or things like that. I can't obviously buy anything because I only have one rucksack. But it just looks like such nice quality. And then they've also got embroidery. So a lot of these, this is like a traditional Mexican kind of design, and these are all embroidered, so I'll show you some of those as well. So these are all embroidery, and if we look a little bit closer you might be able to see some of the details there. So you can see it's all hand embroidered. It's absolutely beautiful, and I really love these designs because it's so kind of iconic of Mexico. You see this design everywhere, these sort of bright colours and shapes, and it's really pretty. And then this side there's more fabrics and cloths and things like that, and then also lots of embroidery. So these ones again you can see the stitching, and here you can see the stitches as well. Wow, that's like an open weave. That's the type of thing that I did at university, was things like that. So you just have it open, and that could be a really nice wall hanging, for example. And then if we look at this one, they're actually weaving a rug. You can tell it's a lot thicker, the fabric, and they're using wool for this one. You can tell the difference with the fabric. And then to be able to create these patterns here, they have different sections of wool, and they kind of put the section in and then bash it down to make it tight. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's really cool to see. I don't know, just to see it in person, because obviously I did this at university, but I didn't do anything this intricate or this kind of detailed. Whereas this one, I think it's cotton, it's a lot thinner, and this one they just do a whole row at a time, so it's a lot quicker to get this one done because you just put the thread through, bash it, put the thread through, bash it. So that one's a lot quicker to do and a lot less detailed, so the other one would be a lot more expensive than this one. So in this shop they also sell these, and I'm not sure if this is like a drinks coaster or if it's like you would sew some together and make a blanket. I'm not entirely sure, but I love how colourful they all are and how different they all are, and you can also get some more neutral tones. It's a whole pile of yellow. And then they've got bigger ones as well. And these ones, that could be like a placemat for like a table. It's so cool here. I'm like fully geeking out. Okay, absolutely loved looking in that first one. We're basically about a half an hour walk into town, so I think we're just going to stop along the way, have a look at different shops and things like that. I would like to see somebody do a natural dyes demonstration to show us how they use bug blood and then lime and things like that, so I would like to see that if we can at some point. The next one we have come to is called Casa Cruz Studio. There's somebody there doing the loom, sorting it out. And they have the natural dyes here. Jeremie's just touched one and got it all over his hands. Typical Jeremie. But this is what I wanted to see, all the fabrics hung up, all the different colours. And then also down here you've got all the different dyes. So obviously I would pay for somebody to tell me what this all is and what it all means. But this is how they dye the fabrics. They use plants, obviously that's pomegranate.
Okay, so welcome. Today I explain a little bit how to the process of the natural dyes that my family use, then can make these beautiful colors, and after weaving a beautiful pieces of rugs. So in this family, like a Casa Cruz, we work just with vegetables, flowers, seeds, and the most interesting is about of this little bag to this, like the famous Cochinilla. So Cochinilla, they are a little bag to live in the cactus, and they have a really slow process to produce, there is a little bug with a functional parasite. So they eat the carminic acid of the cactus, and now they make like a color. We use some flowers, some fruits, some pigments. In example, we use like the marigold. The marigold flower then can produce some of the light yellow colors. We use too like the cheragam flower, then grow here in Mexico. It's popular to use to drink teas, to drink in mezcal. It's really good for digestion, and we can give us all of these dark or deep yellows. So if we like to take more colors, we have the options to mix. An example, to make the green colors, when we mix the yellows colors from marigold and cheragam with the blues from indigo. So indigo is this one, then is one of the really interesting pigment, a dry pigment, then is from bush. These have a really long process because they are from big bushes to grow in the isthmus of Tehuantepec. So the people to produce, they cut all of the fresh leaves, and after they squish it and they have a fermenting process with water and another plants to help to make like a coagulate process and something like a cheese. They separate the liquid and the pigment, and now they put it in the sun to dry, and now they are something like this. So now we need to buy some kilos from this pigment. We grind it in the metate, like an Hispanic machine that we use, and now the pigment, we have a formula to dissolve the indigo in the water, and now we can make all of the blues. Light, medium, dark, and deep, different colors, like a different shades of green. When we mix the yellow colors in the indigo vat, we can take now like a different shades of green. So now the browns, these colors, they are possible when we use the pecans. We use the shells of pecans, we use the fruit pecans, and behind you the big tree with the green leaves, this is the pecan tree. So we can use the fresh leaves, we can use dry leaves, the shells, or some of the fruit. They can give me all of the browns, depending on what part you use in a specific process, then it's in the boiling. So the basic is something like this. We have this type of green when it's possible when use the pomegranate. And this is a color to mix with achote, then it's anato, something like this. Then it's famous to use from Cochinita pibil in Mexico. We use this one, but in the seeds, some of the people, they use in paste to cook some Mexican food. So this is the basic, but now the really interesting is about like this little bug, then is like Cochinilla. Cochinilla, they are a little bug to live in the cactus. So they are alive now, all of these ones. They don't move. They stay in a specific area to eat the juice of the cactus, like carminic acid that they have. So now they make a reaction with the body, and now they transform the juice in a color. So now, after 3 months to grow here, now we're recollecting, or the people to produce, they're recollecting, and now they put it in the sun to dry it. Now to preserve the pigment. So you can feel these are some dry bags. But now if we grind in something like this in the metate, something like this, we take like this pigment, then it's carmine red color. But to discover if this is true, I can take some of the cochinillas in an example so you can help me. So I take one for you, and in my case, I take another one. So now with your finger, squish it and move around.
Oh, wow.
Move around, don't worry. So now, this is some of the color that is possible to take. But if you see, the color is a little bit same, but here is uniform. And you have a reaction because the cochinilla, they play with reactions, depending of the who interview with the color. If now I use some of water, this is just water, and now use baking soda, mix, they have a reaction. And if I use now a little bit of calcium, see the reaction now, a little bit more, and a little bit more. Now, mix. The colors start to change. This is too slow now because you have a reaction then it's slow. But now it's better. So now Cochinilla, she's considered the queen of the natural dyes because she can give me some different colors, dark, medium, and light, depending of the different minerals or something that we can use to make the reaction with the natural dyes. So this just is a show, the real process that we use a big bath with water with hot boiling process. So the natural dyes, they have the guarantee you can wash and you can put in the sun. So in this house, we try to continue to rescue this technique out of the natural dyes because in this village, some of the people, they work with synthetic colors. They can show you and say to you, okay, I use natural dyes, but then is the truth, the people prefer the faster things because it's fast and cheap. Yes, the natural dyes is too expensive, but you have a really big guarantee. You can enjoy the pieces with the natural colors from all of your life, and it's good for all of the work, so it's natural. So now this is a little explanation out of the process that we use. So when we have now the colors, now we can use to weave in a beautiful pieces of rugs in the looms. So now this is the area of the weaving process. So we need to use the pedal looms to weave in these beautiful pieces of rugs. So each weavers, they need to use our hands, we need to use the mind, we need to use like the foot. The foot is to open and close the base of the rug, then is the warps. We need to use like the hands to weave in the thing with the mind. So it's not necessary to draw anything. We have the design in the mind. So we inspire all of these beautiful designs in the Zapotec symbols that we have in different areas, like in rings or something at the church, or something areas then in the Zapotec past live. So we can work every day, 6 days a week, 10 hours a day around, maybe more, and the pieces they can weave in 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 months. So they are depending on how tight is each pieces that we produce. So now you can see the process. He know where he can put each part of the color because the pieces they are geometric. So in the geometric, they know how many lines he can take for each color, and now they produce the design.
So you need to count everything,
yes,
right? Like,
and the count that we need is in the mind and with the eyes just because if we count all of the threads by one, maybe finish the piece in 1 year. Yeah. So it's really necessary to know how many lines we have for all of the rug, and now start in the mind, choose the numbers that we use to make the proportion of the colors and weaving the pieces.
How many machines like that do you have?
Okay, we work like in a family. So we are around like 20 weavers. So each weaver have one loom. So it's around like 20 looms, different sizes. To weaving the small ones, the big ones, and the biggest ones. So they are depend. In the rugs, we can work all, women, like men, all family. Just the sizes is depend who weaving is depend of your force. Yeah. So yes, so small ones they weaving by women, and the men they can weave in the biggest ones. So, but
why is it harder?
Because, in example, if the women work with the biggest, in the future they can have problems with the baby or something because the force when we pull, all of this is compact. Yes, base.
Okay.
Yes, my family here in Casa Cruz, we have more than 6 generations to work with this process to produce beautiful pieces of rugs. We have 3 generations to work with the original natural dyes, but it's 6 generations to work with this process. This village, Teotitlán del Valle, have more than 2,000 years to produce textiles, not the pieces of rugs, because the pieces of rugs they produce when the conquerors come to Mexico. So they introduce the pedal looms and they introduce like the walls. But now, in the past, the Zapotec people, we work just with the backstrap loom and use just the vegetable fibers like wild cotton and pita, jute, and another fibers from agave. Mm-hmm. So when the conquerors come, they introduce these fibers, the pedal looms, so we only have an evolution because we know the technique of weaving process. Now we only transform now the textiles to a beautiful pieces of rugs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, in example, to weaving something like these pieces, in this size, in example, then is the size are 1.60 meters by 260 meters. The weavers, they can weaving the piece around like 6 days a week, 10 hours a day or 14 hours a day, and around like 2, 3, 4, or 5 months. Depend how intricate is the pieces that we produce. Yes, an example here is how we start with the pieces of rugs, because the first is necessary to produce the warps. In the warps, we need to make knots one by one to start to make the base of the rug. So this is the first that we can do before weaving a piece of rug. This one take around like 1 day or 2 days, depending on the size of the loom and the piece that we need weaving. So when they are ready, now we roll in this part that I have in this area, roll, and after now we prepare to make a tension, and now they can choose the colors, choose the design, and start to decide what design they can weave in the loom. To decide the quality of the rug is depend on how many lines we have per inch or centimeters in the warps. So more lines, they are more tight. So less lines, the commercial pieces, in example, they only use 8, 10, or 12 lines per inch. So this one, they are around like 16 to 64 lines per inch.
Okay, so we have been at Casa Cruz now for a little while. We ended up buying a little rug. I'll show you that when we get back to the hotel this afternoon. But I've always dreamed of coming and seeing the fabrics hanging up like this, all the different colours, and he explained the natural dye process as well. But what I love is that you can really see the difference in the tones. You can tell it's natural, it's not chemicals, it's, you know, they're all different and they're such beautiful tones. I mean, that is stunning. This is just, I just honestly had the best time ever. Make sure you come to Casa Cruz if you ever come to Teotitlán del Valle in Oaxaca, Mexico. The guy is great as well. He showed us his dyeing process. He showed us his gallery full of lots of different rugs. We couldn't film in there, unfortunately. I understand though, because it's his business and he has really unique designs. But honestly, we've just had the best time ever here. We kind of feel like we don't need to go anywhere else because we've kind of learned everything here. We've got the demonstration, we've bought a rug, we've seen the weaving. It's honestly been amazing. We will obviously walk around and see other places as well, but this is a must visit. I'll leave the website down below. I'll leave the information down below. Yeah, I'm so happy. So we honestly didn't think that second place would be so amazing, but there's another shop here. We're not going to pop into that one. We're going to keep going because we've got a long way till we get into town. So I think because we got the demonstration from the last place, I'm not bothered about seeing demonstrations from other places, but I do want to see the differences and kind of what, you know, the different fabrics, the different designs, different colours, that kind of thing, because I think all of them are going to be very different in their own way. So I will still be showing you around some of the other areas, even though I absolutely loved that place. So here's some of the designs of this one that we've just walked up to. This is a little bit different with the bird and with the man and things like that. I quite like that one back there actually, the bird, the blue and black bird. Oh my god, I love that one. It looks really dark on my phone. I think it's just the lighting, or maybe my brightness, whoa, my brightness is down. But that one is a me rug. That is gorgeous, I love that. Yeah, and these, they're woven, can you imagine? These designs are all woven on there. And that one, okay, let's have a look inside. I hope I'm allowed to film. Oh, I saw this online that they copy artist work. So that's a, what's his name, the painter? I can't remember, I'll pop it on screen if I remember. Oh, and that's similar design to one that was in the other shop. I really liked it actually. I was torn between that one and the one that we got, which I'll show you at the end of the video. But so these are some of the designs in this place. Very, very different to where we've just been with these fish. Some of them obviously are very similar, like these liney ones and these type of ones. I'm not sure if they use natural dyes here or synthetic dyes even. That's the Tree of Life design that the guy spoke about in the other one. I couldn't film in his studio, so it's nice to actually be able to show you some of the designs. Jeremie loves this one. That's the shadow of the ball, but he likes the gradient colour. I quite like that one as well, it's cool. There's loads of different ones, especially like they're all stacked up along the bottom as well, so it's not just the ones hanging on the wall. It's really, really pretty. And that one at the end is huge. And I like that one. That's kind of similar to what we got in terms of it being stripy. That's cool. This is definitely the place if you're rug shopping here, or I guess Morocco and places like that, but stunning. So here is in the middle of making one of the Tree of Life ones. So they did birds and the trees. So this was a design that's from this area, but they're all slightly different depending on which kind of, not factory, but which, you know, house you go to. There's loads of different textiles. Cerveza, that means beer. But I really like the shade of this blue one. And I love these patterns as well. It's amazing now looking at this, knowing how much detail goes into that, you know, how they have to do each line, each section separately. So that was really cool to see some different designs in there. I just spoke to the guy, he said it's all natural dyes as well. He said it's a family business and they've been weaving for 20 years. So the other one said it's been 6 generations, so however many years that is, I don't know. But this one is about 20 years. But it's really interesting to see different designs and different colours and different patterns, and also how they use artists' work and their inspiration, like I think it's the Matisse work. So, right, on to the next. This one is called El Tono de la Cochinilla, natural dyes, rugs and tapestries. So they're literally just dotted around here, like there's just so many of them. I love this pattern though, and that colour actually. And then there's somebody here weaving. Buenos dias. So I just popped inside this one to have a look. There's another variation of the Tree of Life, this time with different animals. And there's another one there, lots of different birds. Again, there's piles and piles of rugs underneath. I love this huge one as well, and the colourful ones. Wow, that one's really interesting. It's so amazing. I'm like, I love this so much. These are super pretty. It's so soft. And these as well. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so next one we're walking past, I can't read that. What on earth does that say? I don't know. You can see it anyway. Yeah, but this is another one, and it's got a couple of different looms. Buenos dias. So this one has quite a few looms on the outside, so I thought I'd pop in and see. So there's 3 there, and then there's a small one and a couple more. Let's just have a look. So this one's quite a small one, and then there's 3 along there. And then this side, there's 3 here. These are quite small actually compared to the ones we've just been seeing. And here as well, they've got all the different colours lined up of the different fabrics. I love this, it's so, so beautiful. I love how they put it in order of the colours. But these are really, really pretty. So lovely. So I love all these different tones of pinks and like neutral colours into browns, purples, pinks, reds, oranges and yellows. And then at the top, you saw different shades of blue. It's so, so pretty, and then green at the end as well. So she's just invited us to come in. So they are selling clothing. I guess they make them and embroider them. They also have, you know, different bits of fabrics. It's really cool. And they also do cushion covers. I actually bought a little pouch like this from one of the other cities. It's a really small one. But that's really pretty. Oh, I like that colour as well. It's like a makeup bag or something. These ones. Gorgeous. Oh, that one's nice.
There's a hat.
Yeah, it's a hat. It's really thick though for a, it's like rug material for a bag. And there's a hat. And these are really pretty as well. Wow. And then it's a really big room full of different textiles. I was just having a look at this one, so she's pulled it out for me. I really like that colour pink. It's so soft. It's beautiful. Oh wow. Oh, I love these. Wow. They're so pretty. So these ones are really, really colourful. And it's almost like a drawing. It looks like they've just dyed these and they're drying. That's my guess.
Oh, yeah.
I might be wrong. So I'm not going to go inside this one because I literally can't go in all of them. But this one looks really, really beautiful from the outside. It's a lovely building. And then if you just look at this view, like we are literally just walking through the Mexican desert. I mean, it feels like the desert. I'm not sure exactly if it is, but it's just like, how is this real life that this is where we're walking right now? So when we were looking at coming here, we looked at doing a tour, but you did like 4 or 5 things in one day and it was like 12 hours and it looked exhausting. Jeremie found a blog post talking about how you can do it yourself coming this way. So at the end of the video, I'm going to talk to you about how we got here, which bus we took, things like that. But I'd highly recommend doing this because I think if you do a tour, you kind of go to one place, talk to one person, you're expected to buy something and that's it. Whereas this way, what we're doing is you can walk around and like see lots of different places and kind of pop in for however long you want. You're not, you know, on a time restraint, or you don't have to be there for an hour if you want to be there 10 minutes and vice versa. So it's really cool to walk around and just enjoy the nature and the cars, tuk-tuks. But it's really cool to like be on our own time schedule and spend as long as we want in each one and kind of walk around when we want. And I mean, it is hot, don't get me wrong, definitely wear sun cream. It's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to some smaller places and some bigger places and just really enjoy it rather than just going to one on a tour and you stop for 20 minutes and that's it kind of thing. There's another one here. I'm not going to go in because honestly I can't see all of them, like I said. There's so many, but I'm really, really enjoying it. Okay, so we are just arriving to the outskirts of town. There's a women's cooperative I would like to have a look at, but I think the next stop is going to be lunch because we're both getting hungry. So I'll show you what we end up eating and then we'll look around a couple more places before heading back. So walking through town, I literally just said we're going to get food next, but then I walked past this place, the Casa Santiago, and saw this one outside, so I wanted to have a little look at some of the other fabrics and things that they have. They've got 3 looms here, so there's 1, 2, and then one at the back there. There's a couple of rugs on the wall that I like these 2 in particular. I like the shape and the colour. These are really pretty as well. Oh, I love them. So these are some pillowcases. So one side is woven and the other side looks like a cotton or canvasy material. It's really cool designs, like really like cool geometric things and some bright colours, some greys. They also sell mugs as well, which are really beautiful. They've got a real like handmade feel about them. Okay, I'm still looking around Casa Santiago and this one is absolutely huge. I don't know if you can see just how big it is. It's ginormous. This is a cute old guy as well. And there's somebody working on the loom over there. I'll go and have a look if I'm allowed. I love these colours. These ones are so nice. And these ones, like they're really pale and muted. Because I think a lot of, you know, Mexican textiles in general is quite colourful. But I really love these like muted colour palettes. Like that one, it's so pretty. It's so lovely. There's some more designs here that are really cool. Honestly, that one is a vibe, and that one. I love how some of them are quite modern and then some of them are really traditional. Like that one I would say is quite traditional in terms of the colours and the patterns and things. And then something like that seems a bit more modern. I could imagine that in like a tulum or like a Bali home with like bamboo furniture and things. It's really, really lovely. I love looking at all the designs and the colours. That one's a cool one. And then there's more like, you know, the basic ones like that one, but it's still lovely. So we found somewhere to eat, and this is Jeremie's hand. Since doing the dye thing, they didn't offer to wash it off for him. So we've come to this restaurant, he's going to go and wash it off now, hopefully, if it comes off. Otherwise he's stained forever. But anyway, we've come to this place and I ordered a tlayuda with chicken because I know that they're quite filling. Jeremie's also ordered a tlayuda with beef and chicken, I think he ordered. And this is where we're going to eat today. So this is where we ended up coming for lunch. It's kind of almost in the centre of town. I think we're only a block away from the church. We had a tlayuda each and it was delicious. It was really, really good, especially compared to the one that we had the other day. There's a doggy here. But it's just this little spot. It's not like a huge restaurant or anything. It's cool. It was nice. Okay, so we are fed and watered. That place was delicious. Do you like my earrings? I've worn them once so far, but I don't think I've vlogged on that day, but I love them. So cute. Anyway, yeah, that's a me rug. Still lots of rug shops, but we're now heading towards the centre of town. I think there's a square and there is a church or a cathedral, something like that, and there's also the women's cooperative that I want to have a look at as well. So still a couple more things to see, but it's really cool just walking around this like random Mexican town. I don't think it's a city, it's quite small. But yeah, I've had a really good day so far. Really, really enjoyed it. Really glad we came. So we're just walking past this one and I wanted to stop and show you a little bit of the inside. This is really cool. Buenas tardes. It's okay para... Gracias. So pretty. Really, really soft as well, really lovely. And that one's nice. So they've got a loom here and then they've got more fabrics on the wall. That one's very different to anything we've seen in other places. It's very colourful as well. Yeah, it's really soft. It's so gorgeous. Like, it's obviously wool, so it's a little bit scratchy, but it's really, really, really lovely. That one's nice. And this one as well. I love that pattern.
Somos un colectivo de 10 mujeres.
Ah, okay. So the Colectivo of 10 women. Wow.
Aquí están los trabajos, mira. Azul es añil.
Wow.
Azul.
Oh.
Esto es natural y salpicaderas de colores. Esto es un tapiz de puras rayitas.
Wow.
Estos dos son dos grandes tapetes de grandes artistas Escher.
Escher, oh yeah, okay.
Ajá,
So they're based off Escher
es
paintings.
un europeo.
Yeah, yeah.
Ajá.
Okay.
Este es un diseño muy ecológico.
Mm.
Este es un diseño de fermentación.
Okay.
Ajá. Este es un diseño natural, aquí no hay pintura.
Okay.
Ajá. Aquí no hay pintura, esto es de fermentación y esto es químico.
So that's chemical. This one was
Fermento, grana cochinilla, cáscaras,
Natural?
musgo. Ajá, natural.
yeah. So that's chemical, natural, and then that one's without any dye at all. So that one's just the colours of the wool. You can really tell the difference with the colours, how like muted that is. I prefer this one, and that one's a lot brighter.
Los químicos que estamos utilizando vienen de Alemania.
Okay.
Estos son unos químicos muy buenos y este es un color casi permanente.
Ah,
Tú
okay.
pones el color, das 2, 3 enjuagadas y se queda el color
Okay,
muy
okay.
bonito. Ajá.
Yeah.
Entonces esto es natural y este natural simplemente se agarró en la lana del borreguito, se lavó
Yeah.
y de ahí ya se hizo
Wow.
este tapete. Entonces mira, este es azul, esto
Yeah.
es añil.
It's beautiful.
Ujú. Y este es una greca de mitla en diferentes colores. Este es un cielo.
Mm.
Ujú. Y este es el mismo Escher que estaba
Oh yeah.
del otro
Yeah, that's
lado.
my one.
Y este es un diseño muy particular.
Mhm.
Y el mismo diseño, este diseño que tú ves aquí está en diferentes colores.
Okay.
Mira,
So this
hay
is the same
naranja,
design in different colours. That's purple and orange and
está
green.
en verde,
Oh,
está
that
en
was
color
nice.
melón y natural,
Yeah.
está en naranja y rojo, en
Y azul.
azules, y en guinda.
Wow.
Todos los colores de la cochinilla.
I love that one. Wow. Es muy bonita.
Muy bonito. Sí.
Bonito.
Entonces ese es el trabajo de nuestro colectivo. Nada más es la tienda. Cada
Okay.
mes se cuida, nos alternamos.
Okay.
Ajá. Y aquí hay pequeños, niños.
Oh, this is kids' work.
Ajá, que
Los
apenas
niños.
empiezan.
Ah, this
Ajá.
is children have done these ones.
Esto también. Y ya de ahí, mira, vienen diseños como este.
Wow.
Este es natural.
That one's natural again. Yeah.
Este es natural revuelto con fermentos. Esto es nuez
Okay.
y semilla de achiote.
Okay.
Ajá. Y este es natural, mira.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Y estos que vienen abajo son fermentos.
Yes, that's the natural
Fermento.
ones.
Todo lo que es color mate, muerto, oscuro, es fermentación.
Okay.
Mira, fermentos.
Beautiful. So beautiful. So soft as well. Wow.
Una flor que se llama pericón, revuelto con cáscara de nuez. Aquí está azul añil y rosa de los rojos de cochinilla. El negro es natural y el blanco es natural. Pero él está tejiendo con este grado de hilo fino.
Yeah.
Ajá. Por eso el tapiz es más delgadito.
So she's saying that sometimes they use a thicker thread like this and it's a thicker material, and then sometimes use a thin one and it's just a different technique and you get a really thin fabric rather than like a thick rug. It's like thinner, but it's beautiful. Es su esposo? This one? Yeah, so it's her husband that does these ones. Wow.
Ajá, mi esposo es el que está tejiendo cosas muy finas y ya se venden así en tapiz o si no se venden así en bolsas, mira, tapices más finos.
Okay, so this is with the thin fabric that she's made.
Aquí tiene grana cochinilla, el color natural y el último color del índigo.
Indigo, okay.
Ajá.
Los flores? ¿Los flores?
No, es un árbol.
Oh, okay, it's a tree.
Ajá,
Okay.
que se pone a fermentar 6 meses para poder deshacer su hoja.
Okay.
Y de ahí es un pueblo a 4 horas de aquí que lo está haciendo.
Okay.
Se llama Niltepec el lugar, porque
Okay.
tienen los palos de añil.
Ah.
Entonces ellos ponen estos tipos de ramas de hojas a podrir por 6 meses.
6
Y
meses,
después
okay.
de 6 meses ellos con un palo juegan el agua donde está la pudrición y generan una espuma. Cuando generan esta espuma, drenan la parte de abajo y la espuma la ponen a disecar. La espuma es la que nos traen aquí a Teotitlán. Nosotros molemos la piedra, se vuelve polvo otra vez.
Okay.
Y ponemos una olla de agua donde ponemos panela y cal mineral para reventar 7 colores prácticamente del añil.
Okay.
Desde el color que es azul marino fuerte hasta el azul cielo. Cuando tú ves que el agua ya sale, la madeja ya sale en azul cielo, quiere decir que el agua ya no tiene pintura
Yeah.
y vuelves a empezar el proceso otra vez.
Okay.
Ajá.
Wow.
Esto es sacado de una hierba que hay mucho al lado de los ríos, se llama chamizo.
Okay.
Nosotros traemos las hojas, las machacamos, las ponemos en agua a hervir, le ponemos jugo de limón y revienta este color. Y ya aquí hay diferentes colores, el azul que es los azules del añil, esto es del pericón, y este son granas cochinillas, esto es achiote y esto es el mismo color solo que metido en azul añil.
Ah,
Y
okay.
da este verde más fuerte.
Yeah,
Esto
okay.
es natural y esto es negro natural.
Oh,
Esto
wow.
es grana cochinilla, la primera agua que sale. Y esta es una tercera, cuarta. Esto es una flor que se llama pericón, revuelta con un musgo que se llama zacatlascali y da este color y negro. Y ya este es el verde que te digo que es amarillo de pericón,
Yeah.
revuelto con añil. Y los naturales, grana cochinilla, negro, pericón y cochinilla. Y ya volvemos otra vez a la primera de cochinilla.
Es muy bonita.
Sí, entonces estos son tapices finos.
Yeah, okay.
Y lo normal que hace todo el pueblo, no todos hacen finos, son determinada gente.
Okay.
Y ya hay personas que hacen.
So she said that this rug is 80 years old and it's still in really good condition. And the person who made it is no longer alive, but she was just kind of saying that they last really, really well because they're really, really well made. And it just looks, I mean, it's obviously a little bit dirty because it's just hanging outside, but it looks like it's still, you know, there's a couple of holes here and there, but otherwise, I mean, it's really good condition. A lot of it is really, you know, it's obviously been worn, it's obviously been used, but it's great, it's lovely. So she was saying that these ones are chemicals, and you can see just because it's so bright and so powerful, and then these ones are organic materials, so like flowers and bugs and things, and you can really tell the difference when you see this one. It's so bright, like you can tell that one's not organic, but then that one is organic. So yeah, and you can also tell because the colours are a little bit different. It's not just a solid colour, whereas this is like just one solid colour. So it's really lovely to see the different variations. So she's saying with these bags that this bit is made by adults, but then this little patch is made by children, so that they get the kids kind of practicing and learning and playing. So you can buy little patches that are done by children, but the rest is done by adults. She was saying that it's important for children to do things like this because you need to figure out maths in terms of making something symmetrical, because you need the same amount of numbers either side, and also how to work with colours. So it's really important for children, not just to obviously get them working and things. It's not about that. It's more about teaching them about numbers and colours and being creative and things. I think that's really special. She's going to tell me about this one now.
Se dice que en nuestra antigüedad la greca fue nuestro calendario anterior. Tú empiezas aquí y giras, 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 das la vuelta, subes, giras, das la vuelta, giras, y cuando llegas al principio resulta que son los 365 días del año de nuestro calendario ahora en estos tiempos. Entonces eso es una greca de Mitla, y la greca viene en diferentes diseños según la persona que pone el diseño en el tapiz. A veces lo pone de esta forma, a veces está un poco, tiene un diseño que es más jalado, a veces el diseño es un poquito más gordito, a veces el diseño es en forma de ola, muy redondo. Entonces cada artesano le pone su propio empeño a cada diseño para hacerlo diferente. Ajá. Y estamos hablando del diamante que está al centro. El diamante que está al centro refiere en las tumbas de Mitla a grandes potentados, a personajes que en su época yo imagino que fueron ellos ricos en joyas. Entonces el diseño que tiene en medio nosotros le llamamos diamante. Ajá, y viene en grande así como esto, o viene en pequeño también como esto. Ajá. Entonces son diferentes diseños que tenemos, y diferentes formas, diferentes ideas. Aquí en el colectivo cada quien pone su diseño especial como quiere, lo que le viene a la mente, lo que piensa, pero en sí, en un tapiz se va tiempo de tu vida. Un tapiz de cuando tú lo empiezas a preparar desde el hilo, los colores, lleva como 1 mes y medio antes de la preparación, y aparte cuando empiezas a tejer. Cuando empiezas a tejer y le pones el diseño, aquí te llevas probablemente unos 3 meses del tiempo de tu vida. Entonces en un tapiz no solo va un diseño común, sino que estamos tomando partes de los diseños de Mitla para integrarlos en los tapices, y a veces con diseños propios modernos, para que cuando tú te vayas a tu país te lleves un pedacito de Oaxaca. Entonces un tapiz no solo se lleva un diseño de una historia, también se lleva el tiempo de vida y el desgaste físico de una persona, y la intención, el amor y el cariño con el que lo hace y con el que lo produce. Entonces eso es un tapiz en sí. Entonces no solo te estamos vendiendo un tapiz de lana, de borrego, te estamos vendiendo la intención, y te estamos vendiendo también nuestra historia y nuestro origen. Mm-hmm.
So the woman in that place was amazing. She spoke to me as if I spoke Spanish, and I just kept going, as if I understood. Like, I understood way more than I thought I would, to be fair. Probably like 10%, 20%. Like, it's not a lot, but way more than I thought I would. She was amazing, so passionate. She told me so much information. She even let me put my mic on her so that she could tell me more information. So hopefully you could hear what was going on, because there was also some construction going on in the background, and there's also music as well. So hopefully you could hear some of that, because I obviously couldn't understand every single thing that she said, so I couldn't translate everything either. But yeah, really, really loved it. So I was just telling Jeremy about this woman just speaking Spanish to me the whole time, and he just said to me that in one of the other shops I kept saying mucho gusto, which means nice to meet you, but I was trying to say se me gusto mucho, like I really like it, like I really like all these things. But apparently I kept going, nice to meet you, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. That's embarrassing. But what was interesting in what she was saying as well about the kids, so I hope you could hear, but she said that it's good for the kids to do weaving because they have to figure out colours, but they also have to figure out mathematics in terms of, like, if you have 30 threads of the weft, or what was the other one? The weave and the weft and the something, I can't remember. But if you have 30 and you want to create a symmetrical pattern, you need to figure out the maths of how much is on each side and how to do it, everything. So it's really cool, like a creative thing for kids, but also a mathematical thing. So yeah, these are more of like just the regular, not regular tourist shops, but these aren't really where they're being made. These are just the shops, I think. So honestly, I'm having the best day, really loving it. There's more kind of shops and stalls and things here. I think Jeremie's about done. He's done really well to put up with me for this long. But we're going to keep looking around. The church should be down here somewhere. Jeremie likes the rainbow one in there, apparently.
Quite cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
The white one.
I like the ones that are white with the colours on top. So that's the rainbow one that Jeremie liked. I really like the white ones with the colours on. That blue one's gorgeous. Like, I like this white one, for example. That's the sort of thing I would have. Like a big one in my house. So pretty. In the grey as well, and the blues. We've got bags as well. It's really, really lovely. All those little ducks on those ones. And birds and lots of different colours and things. Oh, soy de Inglaterra.
Inglaterra.
Sí. Look at all these beautiful ones. Hola. Gracias. They're so pretty. That one's really nice. The stripes. Gracias. Hola. Buenas tardes. Wow. So one of the women in one of the shops is showing me the bags. They've got larger sizes and then smaller ones, and you can't really see because of the light, but there's these kind of blues and colourful ones, orange, and that's the Mittler pattern, and she's got one there. And then they all come with the lining inside as well, so it's really pretty. And then they got these, and they've also got smaller bags as well. Yeah, really cute.
O estos son para los vasos.
Ah, okay. So these are for glasses.
Y eso se corta. Si le gusta uno, dos piezas, se
Ah,
puede cortar.
so you can cut as many as you want.
No es toda la tira. O también quisiera toda la tira como para camino de mesa.
Okay.
Ajá. De ahí viene más pequeño.
So she's saying you can either put it along, as far as I understand, you can either put it along your table as like a whole set, or you can chop them and have them as drinks coasters.
Grandes o como este tamaño.
Yeah, I like this one.
Pura lana.
It's
Y
with
esto
wool.
es lavable, se puede lavar.
Yeah,
No le pasa absolutamente nada porque es pura lana.
yeah. Okay, so she's saying you can wash it and things and it'll be fine because it's pure
Y de
wool.
ahí viene como estos tamaños más grandes.
And then these are the bigger ones.
Estos son de tintes naturales.
Okay.
Ajá, los colores como la cochinilla, zapote negro, cáscara de nuez, también esto es en zapote combinado.
Okay.
Ajá, hay diferentes
So it's all,
combinaciones.
yeah, it's all natural dyes from bugs and plants and things like that. It's really
Y
pretty.
también es natural con los diseños zapotecos.
Yeah, okay.
De ahí más
So she's saying that this grey one doesn't have any colours on it, so it's just the black and the grey and the white and the kind of different variations. And obviously the ones next door do have colours, like dye on them. And that one you can see the grey and white one is all natural as well. And I really like these colourful ones as well. And that yellow one's really nice. And the bags are really cool, like there's pinky bags and orangey bags up there. And the blue one actually is really nice.
Y este es más pequeño también.
Yeah.
Para la mesa.
So that one's for the table, for example.
O este puede ser como pie de cama.
Okay.
Ajá.
Yeah.
O como salida de baño.
Oh yeah, when you come out of the bath you could use that one. It's a bath towel.
Se puede como para la pared, para diferentes lugares.
Yeah, so you can use them in different places in your house.
El rojo.
That one's pretty.
Muy bonitos los colores.
Oh, I want to buy everything.
Y
Wow,
estos
she's got a
más
whole bag.
pequeños, como este se puede cortar.
Okay, so these ones you can cut.
Para la cocina.
Yeah,
Ajá,
in the
este es
kitchen, for example.
un árbol de la vida. Diferentes tamaños. Y con diferente ser para dos lugares, baño o cocina.
So she's saying this one with fish, you could either have it in the kitchen because obviously people eat fish, or you could have it in the bathroom because obviously to do with water and things. So it's really cool. She's got some colourful ones here.
Y a este más delgado, este puede ser como camino de mesa.
Okay,
Ajá, ese.
it's on the table, that'd be really nice.
Este representa diseño de aquí de Oaxaca, Monte Albán.
Okay, so that's a symbol of Oaxaca and Monte Alban, which we went to in one of the other vlogs. I really like that one actually as well.
Igual esto.
Well, that one's darker.
Es el mismo estilo
Ah,
de aquí, pero este más pequeño por el espacio,
yeah,
más pequeño.
yeah. So it's the same sort of design, but it's just a smaller one.
Y también están las tortugas.
Oh, turtles.
Ajá, en la grana Cochinilla.
Yeah.
Ajá, o este es el diseño de Oaxaca, las grecas de Mitla.
Okay, this is the
Este es el
Grecas de
diseño.
Mitla.
Ajá.
This is what the woman in the other place was talking about.
Y esto representa Zapoteco. Nosotros hablamos Zapoteco.
Ah, yeah. So that's represented in Zapoteco, which is the civilization before the Spanish came.
Ujú, y este también es natural.
And that one's all natural.
Totalmente natural.
Mm.
Aunque lo dejé en el sol, nunca se va a despintar, porque
Okay.
es el color natural del borrego, jamás se.
It's beautiful.
Ujú, y con los diseños Monte Albán,
Yeah.
ajá, y las lenguas zapotecas,
Okay.
sí, de nuestra región. Ujú.
Ah, see. Yeah, she's got smaller ones. And
Bolsita aquí.
so she's showing me this bag. It's got a little pocket on the inside, and then it's all fully lined. And this one's not super duper thick like some of the other ones are. It's really pretty.
Y este es lavable, se puede lavar.
Oh, you can wash it, yeah.
Con el uso esto se pone más suave,
Ujú.
más liso.
Okay.
Ajá, y esto no le pasa nada porque trae asas de piel. La asa se puede mojar y todo, no le pasa nada.
It's piel
Es
natural.
piel natural.
Yes, that's natural leather.
Ujú,
And she's saying that the more you wear it and things, the softer it'll get.
ajá, y
It's
este,
lovely.
las montañitas.
That's the mountains.
Nuestras montañas de alrededor.
Yeah, the mountains of the region.
Puntitos es la lluvia.
Lo lluvia say
Arain.
rain, yeah. Wow.
Entonces, y ya estos zapotecos.
Yeah, okay.
Las líneas del zapoteco.
So there's a few different shops here. We're kind of by the cathedral, I think by the church. Jeremie sat down reading because he's had enough. But I was just in one of these shops, I think that one, and she was showing me different bags and things. Really, really, really pretty. I really would love to buy maybe a bag or something. We've got a little rug, but these are so nice. And there's somebody here weaving out in the open. And you can see the fabrics and things. And I love that colour, that reddy colour, and also the whites. That one's really nice as well. So many of them are lovely. So she's doing a pattern here where she's doing a little bit at a time. Ah, okay. So she's showing me the wool. And I think she's going to show me how they make it, how they turn it into like threads. So now she's done that, it's created this. And then she's going to show me, I think. So she's showing me how to make wool into yarn. Oh wow. Oh my goodness, wow. My mouth just hit the floor. She just kind of holds onto it and just twists it in. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So she takes the wool from there and brushes it, puts it on here, and then from there they dye it with the natural dyes, and then from there they put it on the loom and they weave these incredible designs. Okay, so we've just been over there in those little workshops and shops and things. We're going to head this way. I thought I'd show you this little square that's lovely. And the church is up here, and apparently the church was built on the top of the Zapotec temple, and there's a couple of things you can see, like some of the ruins and things, so I'm hoping to see that as well next. So we've made it to the church. I'm not sure who is beeping their horn non-stop, but I think this building, I might be completely wrong, but I think some of the bricks in the front here, especially that kind of half circle shape, are from the temple that was here before they built the church. So they're from the Zapotec people. So we've made it into the church. It's very old. As you can see, some of the paint and things falling off. It's not super, I don't know, you know, some of them are really sparkly and clean. This one is a little bit less, but I don't mind, I actually quite like that. Okay, this is a really cool dome. Really cool decorations around here. It's so beautiful. Okay guys, so we made an effort to come down to the Vida Nueva here, which is the women's cooperative, and it's closed at the moment. There's also the museum just behind me here. We're not going to go there. Honestly, we've been here for a couple of hours now. My phone has 18% battery, so I think we're going to stop vlogging. I think we're probably just going to head towards somewhere and try and find a bus back to Oaxaca. But I've honestly had the best day ever. It has been so fun, seeing the dyes, seeing all the fabrics, talking to people in Spanish and understanding a bit of what they say. Honestly, it's been amazing. Really enjoyed it. I love the pillowcases, I love the rugs, I love the bags, I love the little like makeup pouches. There's so many little things that I could totally buy. Even the little like drinks coasters, I just think they're wonderful. Yeah, I don't have a house, I don't have anywhere to put these things. I also don't have a big enough bag to carry things. We got one rug right at the beginning, which I don't regret, I really like it. It was quite expensive, it was about €200 or something like that. But it is like a, you know, we're here, it's a souvenir. We never buy souvenirs either, apart from like fun earrings that cost like €1. We don't usually buy things, so it's really nice to have bought something special from here. But honestly, there's so much more that I could buy. I could, yeah, like if I had a house, I'd for sure be buying rugs for the bathrooms, for the bedrooms, for the kitchen, for the hallway. I'd also be buying cushions, I'd also be buying little makeup pouches and things. It's my mum's birthday in a couple of days, and I'm going back home in a month. So I did think about trying to find a little bag or something for her, but she doesn't really use bags. She's kind of got one that she just uses for everything. So I don't know if she'd use it. She doesn't really wear makeup, so she wouldn't need a makeup bag. She doesn't really have jewelry, she doesn't need like a little jewelry pouch or anything, so I'm not sure if she would use anything that I bought her anyway, not like in a bad way, but just, I just don't think it'd be her thing, which is a shame. But I'm also thinking, okay, maybe I'll buy myself a bag. I don't need one, I don't have space for one, but yeah, I just love it here. Honestly, I've had the best day, especially because I'm into textiles and weaving and like, I'm into crafty things, so I've really enjoyed it. I had the best day ever. But yeah, thank you for watching so far. What I'm going to do is get back home, we'll get the bus home, and I'll show you the rug, and I'll also talk to you about how we came here without doing a tour, so you can do the same as well. I'd highly recommend. Honestly, it's been so nice just walking around and chit-chatting to people, and yeah, it's been amazing. So I'll talk to you when we get back to the hotel. I've not got my mic anymore, so you're going to hear wind, but I've just started crying, so I just hugged Jeremy because I'm like so excited and so happy. Literally, I've just seen fabrics and people making fabrics and it's made me cry. It's just so cool to see it though. Okay, ignore me, I'll chat to you when I get back. Hi guys, so we are back at the hotel. I've just taken my earrings out, gone to the toilet, got myself some water, all the rest of it. We also got an ice cream on the way home that was delicious. I got like a lemon ice cream thing. But I wanted to talk to you about what we bought and also the travel that we did. So this is the blanket that this is the rug that we got. So as you can see, it's all different colours. I've got you propped like in my cupboards. The bedroom door's open so people might be out there, but there's also sun here, so I'm trying not to like get it in the sun so you can see it properly. But this is the rug that we got, and we went for this one because when he pulled it out, both me and Jeremy were both like, wow, it's really cool. We like the way that I actually only noticed when we got home today that it goes between, for example, white to yellow and then blue to blue and blue to pink and pink to white. I just thought it was rows of colours and then like different coloured lines in the middle. I didn't really realise that it was going from one to the other. But I think it's really fun. I think if we have a colourful house, it'll go in. But also if we have a white house, like if you put that on a wall somewhere as a decoration, like framed or whatever, I think it's really nice. It's also quite nice to see the things that are imperfect with it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but like here, for example, there's a little nodule, or here there's a little thing, and like it's not perfect, but I quite like that. I think this one was also made out of merino wool. He said that this one would have taken about a week to make, and I think it was it 4,000 pesos, which is about 215 euros, something like that. So it is quite a good size. I mean, I'm trying to put it next to me, so from my head to almost my knee, I would say, and I'm about 5'8", so however big that is. But I think it's a really nice souvenir. It's something just a little bit different and something that, yeah, and it was really nice to have bought from the guy who showed us all the dyes and things. Like, there was probably other there was probably other rugs that not necessarily that I preferred, but that I also would have bought. There was a lot that I would have bought, honestly, like the bags and just all sorts. But it was really nice to have bought from him because he showed us the dyes, and it was a really special experience and something I wanted to do for a while. So I'm really happy we got this. I think I'm going to take it home when I go back in a couple of weeks and keep it at my parents so that we can carry on travelling. But it packs down to something like that size. I think you could probably even fold it again. And he said we can wash it, and you know, it's really hard wearing and things like that, so it should be great. You can see there like a little, can you see that little thing? And it's not that it's, I don't know, I quite like that it's not perfect. I think that's supposed to actually be tied together, but the fact that it's so tightly woven, hopefully it won't fall apart and it should be fine. So yeah, quite a colourful piece for us, which I think is really fun. And we never ever buy souvenirs. Like I've bought a couple of pairs of earrings, Jeremie's bought a bracelet, but typically we don't buy like statues or artwork or things like that. So that was really cool to buy. I am also tempted by a graphic print from here. There's loads of graphic designers here, and I think something like A4 size would be really easy to take with me, put it in my backpack and take that home as well. So we'll see, but yeah, really cool. And then in terms of the transportation, so we got a bus from Oaxaca. I'll try and leave the address and some information in the description box so you can find out exactly where to go. But we got a bus that took about an hour it was direction of Mitla, which is another area that tourists go to, and it took about an hour and it cost us 15 pesos each, so 30 pesos in total. From there we got a Colectivo taxi for 10 each that dropped us kind of at one of the first workshops, and then we walked our way into town from there. Once we'd finished, we got a tuk-tuk on the way back that cost us 10 pesos each, and then the bus that cost us like 18 pesos each, something like that. So really cheap. 20 pesos is about €1, just to give you a reference. So it was about €4 in transport for me and Jeremy, which I think is really good, because obviously you can do day trips that cost like €50 and you go and see like 4 or 5 different things. It's like 12 hours and it's exhausting. Today was tiring, but in a really good way, in a way that like we could walk around and spend as much time as we wanted in each place, and we could like, yeah, just go into the smaller places and not just go to one place because they're going to get a commission or whatever it is. and also just make our way around. Like, it's nice to use public transport and be with the locals and things like that. So really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, probably really long. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!